Right, hello everybody. It's lovely to be able to share a video with you, the first of many hopefully. Today's video is going to be a warm-up, so nice and steady, just getting everything loosened up and getting a bit of a sense of how your body's feeling. So, for those of you who are really used to my classes, this will be just what you know. For those who haven't been to my classes, welcome, and I hope it'll all make sense. It's not tricky at all, but really good way of getting to know how your body's feeling and getting it loosened up. Okay, so come to standing with your feet hip distance apart. Now check down to see that the outer borders of your feet are lined up. Okay, and to start with, just get a sense of the weight through your feet. So press down through the balls of your feet. That will take your weight a little bit forwards. Then bringing your weight onto your heels, push down through your heels. And then gently bringing yourself into the middle. So you're between the front and the back of your feet. You're really getting your weight centered down through the middle of your foot. Then having a little sense of where you are. Are you a little bit on the left or on the right? So taking your weight a little bit towards the left, a little bit towards the right, and then coming back into the middle. Okay. Now, to start with, if you feel comfy, close your eyes now and take your attention to your feet. And then from there, scan your way up. Just have a little bit of a check-in on how your body feels today. Any aches and pains, whether it's feeling light, heavy, just get a little bit of a sense of how your body feels. And giving yourself a minute just to let go of all of the busyness and come to a place where you can just enjoy moving and enjoy that strength in your body. Now, either keeping your eyes closed or opening your eyes, we'll do some deep breaths. So taking a breath in through your nose and then really slowly out through your mouth. So we'll just take 3 or 4 breaths in your own time. Just in through your nose, filling your lungs right to the base of your lungs so that breath is wide all the way out to the base of your lungs, and then letting it come back in. So taking 2 or 3 more really nice steady breaths, and as you're breathing out, just letting go of any tension that you might be holding, and as you're breathing in, just filling your lungs with some really good energy. And then if you haven't already, just open up your eyes, and we're going to work to activate the muscles throughout the whole of your body to give you a really good posture. So, thinking about your thighs, draw your kneecaps up towards you. So you're tightening up through your thigh muscles. Tighten through your bottom muscles so that you're giving the hips a really good amount of support and lift. Come to your tummy muscles. Now very steadily, just draw your tummy button in towards your backbone. So you're not forcing it, but just a nice steady draw in. Now really importantly, grow tall through your spine. So feeling like you're being drawn by the crown of your head towards the ceiling, so that you've got length right from the pelvis all the way to the top of your head. Now, middle finger reaching down towards your toes, and that will activate your shoulder blades down the back of your back. Okay, and then finally, just a little bit of a chin tuck, just down to lengthen through the back of your neck. Okay, now that you've got that really strong position, let's take another deep breath in, breathing in through your nose, and breathing out through your mouth. Okay, so you're going to hold that good strong position all the way through this warm-up. So we're going to start by rolling your shoulders. So making it smooth, steady, nothing complicated, just a roll back of your shoulders. Now you may well feel a few clicks and clunks through your shoulder blades, through your collarbones. That's really normal, just keep them moving. Okay, so just big and slow and steady. And just get a feel of where your movement's coming from. So some of it will come across the front of your chest as your collarbones lengthen out. And you'll also get some movement down the back of your shoulder blades. So just tap in a little bit to feel where that movement's coming from. Okay, we'll do 2 more, nice and big and broad. Last one, up and back and down. Fab. Okay, hands onto your shoulders. Now, we're going to lift the elbows up, out and round. So keep that movement big and wide as your shoulders let you. Now, if any of your shoulders don't feel happy, just take the movement to be a smaller movement. It doesn't have to be huge, but just take it as broad as you can. Okay, now keeping that going. Now, those of you who've been to my classes will know what I mean, but for those of you who don't, what I'd like you to think about while you're doing this exercise is the connection between your rib cage and your pelvis. So as you lift up, rather than letting your rib cage flare right up, just try and keep it gently drawn down. That will really help to work the upper tummy muscles. So keep that movement going, nice and big, up and round. And one last one, and then all the way down. Fab. Now, leading with your thumbs, taking your thumbs right up, stretch to the top, fingertips active, and then lengthen out around. So we're going to take a big arm circle. So throughout the whole of this, you're going to keep your legs strong. So just checking back in that your thighs are drawn up, that your bottom muscles, your glutes are nice and tight, your tummy muscles are gently pulled in, and that connection between your rib cage and your pelvis is nice and active. Good, so keep it going round. We'll do 2 more, right up and right round. Lovely. And let it come down. Super. So next for your neck. So long through your spine, a little bit of chin tuck, lengthening the upper part of the neck, and then turning. And hold that movement there, nice and steady, and then turn to the other side. Just notice if one side's stiffer than the other. If it's painful, don't push into the pain, but just gradually ease that movement bit by bit. So taking it slowly and steadily to each side. And then come back into the middle. This time long again through your neck, tilt over to one side. Now making sure that the opposite shoulder is then pushed down. So if you're going over to your right, push your left shoulder down towards the floor. Then lift up, over to the side, push down again, and then lift up. Once more on each side, take it over to the side, push down through that opposite shoulder, lift up, and then over to the side, and then push down, and then come back up. Fantastic. Okay, taking your feet just wider than shoulder distance apart. You can turn them out slightly if that's more comfortable. Again, pushing down evenly through your feet, long through your back, strong through your legs. Reach one arm up, and then we'll come over and have a side stretch. Now, keeping length through your arm, so your fingertips are reaching. Rather than folding down here, keep a nice length through your back. And then lift right up, and then same onto the other side. So lift right up, shoulders down away from your ears, reach across, and then come back up again. And last one. Reach right up, come over, and then back up, and then once more. Reach up, come over, and then come back up. Fantastic. Right, back into the middle. So, we warm through your neck and your shoulders, a little bit through your tummy. Let's warm up through your legs. So, come onto the toes of your right foot. You're going to really keep tall through your spine, shoulders down away from your ears, and you're going to pedal your feet up and down. Okay, so nice and smooth, nice and steady. So your ankles are going to get a little bit of a warm up, your toes are going to get a nice warm up. So feel the pressure through your toes as you do it, but really keep long through your spine. Now, the reason I've got my hands on my hips is because I want you to try to make sure that you stay level across your pelvis. If you start to feel that you drop, you're probably not using your bottom muscles quite strongly enough. So draw in through your bottom muscles and try and keep as level as you can through your pelvis. Good. We'll just do 2 or 3 more to really warm up through your feet. Good. And then relax down. Fantastic. Okay. Last little bit of the warm up. Take your feet past shoulder width again. Toes slightly out. We'll do a couple of squats. So the key with the squat, I'll turn sideways onto you, is to make sure your bottom goes out behind you. So you're going to keep nice and tall, and as you breathe out, you're going to take your hips back and your arms forwards, and we'll come back up. So a nice, slow and steady squat. It doesn't have to be low. If that's as far as it goes, that's fine. But just in your own time, use this as a way of really getting your thighs to kick in. Okay, now as you do it, I want you to think about where your knees are going. So keep the movement going, and as your knees come down, just check they're not falling in. So your knees are tracking just over your second toes. They're also not going to go past the front of your foot. So nice and steady as we go down and we come up. Just doing a couple more, really get that movement going. And then hopefully you'll feel a little bit warmer and potentially ready to try another of the exercise videos. So use this as a good warm-up or just as an exercise video in itself. Okay, last one. Coming back into the middle and come back into a good strong standing position. So again, find that balance point on your feet and let's reactivate your legs. So again, draw up through your thighs, draw in through your tummy, tighten through your bottom muscles, long through your back, then reach that middle finger down. Okay, stay nice and strong in that position and just feel that support that all of your leg muscles can give you as you're standing. Fab. Good. I hope that makes sense. I hope you've enjoyed doing that movement, and I'll post some more videos for you to carry on with.